Love, it's the most profound of emotions, the one we all seek. But for many men, it's often confused with something else. Lust. It's easy to mistake one for the other. The rush, the excitement, the feeling that this person, this moment, is meant to be. But what happens when the heat of the moment fades and you're left with an emptiness you can't explain? We often think love is something that strikes instantly, something electric and undeniable. But the truth is, love is something far deeper, far more lasting than a fleeting feeling of passion. I used to think love was just instant, like something you could feel in the pit of your stomach the moment you locked eyes with someone. But that's not love. That's lust. And I only realized it when it was too late. Imagine the first time you meet someone who seems to be everything you've ever wanted. The chemistry is instant. You can't deny it. There's a magnetic pull, a feeling that this is more than just attraction. It's destiny. Everything about her pulls you in. Her eyes, her voice, the way she speaks. In that moment, you don't just want her, you need her. The connection feels undeniable, as though the universe itself is pushing you toward her. That night, it felt like fate. I thought it was love at first sight. Her smile, her laugh, the way she looked at me. It was all too perfect to be anything else. I thought I was meant to be with her, but what I didn't know was that my mind was playing tricks on me. I was falling for the idea of her, not her as a person. When lust takes over, it's all-consuming. The chemistry, the excitement, it's like a rush of adrenaline that keeps you coming back for more. Everything feels urgent, like you need to keep going, keep exploring, keep feeling that fire. Lust doesn't ask for deep connection, it demands intensity. And when you're caught up in that whirlwind, it feels like you're living on a different plane of existence, like nothing else matters but the next moment, the next touch, the next kiss. I couldn't get enough of her. Every time we were together, it felt like something new. But that's what it was. New, fresh, exciting. It didn't require depth. It just required us being together, feeding off that energy. We didn't need to talk about our feelings or our past. Just our chemistry was enough. And for a while, that seemed like all we needed. At first, the thrill is enough. But as time goes on, the cracks begin to show. Lust may have sparked the flame, but it can't keep it burning forever. Eventually, the excitement fades, and what was once exhilarating now feels hollow. What you thought was love starts to feel more like an addiction to the rush. And then comes the inevitable question, is this all there is? As the months went by, something changed. It was like we were going through the motions. We didn't really talk, not the way we used to. And I couldn't ignore it anymore. I began to feel empty. I had built this relationship around intensity and excitement, but there was no real substance beneath it. The passion was fading, and I was left wondering, was this what love was supposed to feel like? Lust, at its core, is a fleeting force. It makes us believe we're connected, but it keeps us at the surface. As soon as it fades, the absence of genuine emotional intimacy becomes glaringly obvious. That's when the truth hits. And sometimes, that truth is a hard pill to swallow. I don't even know if I really know her. We never had those deep, real conversations. I was so caught up in the thrill, I never let myself be vulnerable. I didn't let her be vulnerable either, and that's where we lost each other. As men, we often think we're in control. We believe that as long as we're getting what we want, the excitement, the pleasure, we're fine. But what happens when we stop feeling that thrill? What happens when the high wears off? We're left with the reality of what we've built, or rather, what we haven't built. Lust can fill the moment, but it can never fill the void of genuine connection. After the passion fades, what remains? A hollow space where connection should have been. Men often confuse the void left by lust with the absence of love. But the truth is, that emptiness was always there, masked by the intensity of attraction. Lust never truly connects us. It only amplifies the absence of what we need most: true emotional intimacy. It was like being in a relationship with a shadow. There was passion, but no depth, no understanding. I was left searching for something I couldn't even name until it clicked. This wasn't love, it was just desire. I had built my life around that desire, but now I didn't know who I was anymore. For many men, the realization comes when they begin to understand themselves. True love is more than just excitement. It's about connection, trust, and the willingness to be vulnerable. Lust doesn't allow room for vulnerability. It feeds on the surface. But love requires depth, and that depth comes from truly knowing and being known by another person. Real love is slow, steady. It doesn't need to be rushed. It's about knowing someone inside and out, not just about the attraction. I've learned that, and I'll never make the same mistake again. I want something real, something that lasts, something that grows over time. Love isn't about instant connection. It's about patience. It's about taking the time to build something real, something lasting. It's about nurturing the connection, not feeding off the intensity of a fleeting moment. And when a man learns this, he's no longer searching for a quick fix. He's building a foundation that can weather any storm. I'm ready to build something real, to embrace love for what it is, a slow burn that grows over time, not a fire that fades. For men, understanding the difference between lust and love is the first step toward building a meaningful relationship. Lust is the spark, but love is the flame that keeps us warm. And when we finally learn to embrace love for what it truly is, we stop chasing illusions and start building something that lasts.